The Last Call. In a quiet town near London, there lived a woman named Emma Carter. She was in her early 30s, calm, polite, and always smiling. But behind her smile, she carried a heavy secret. She was divorced. Emma had once been happily married to Daniel Carter. Daniel was charming, successful, and kind, at least in the beginning. They lived in a beautiful house, had a good life, and everyone thought they were the perfect couple. But slowly, things changed. Daniel became distant. He started coming home late, ignoring Emma, and sometimes even shouting at her for no reason. Emma tried to fix their relationship, but nothing worked. One day, she found a message on Daniel's phone from another woman. That was the breaking point. After months of arguments and sleepless nights, Emma filed for divorce. It was painful, but she knew it was the right decision. Daniel didn't fight much. He signed the papers quietly, as if he didn't care at all. After the divorce, Emma moved to a small house on the edge of town. It was peaceful, surrounded by trees, and far from her past life. She started a new job at a local bookstore and tried to rebuild her life. For a few months, everything was normal. Until the phone calls began. It started one rainy evening. Emma was sitting by the window, reading a book, when her phone rang. The number was unknown. "Hello?" she answered. There was silence. "Hello, who is this?" she asked again. Still nothing. Then the call ended. Emma thought it was just a wrong number. But the next day, the same thing happened. And the next day. Every evening at exactly 9:15 p.m., her phone would ring. And every time she answered, there was only silence. At first, she ignored it. But soon, it started to scare her. One night, after a week of these calls, Emma decided to speak firmly. When the phone rang at 9:15 p.m., she quickly answered. "Listen, whoever you are, stop calling me." For the first time, she heard something. A soft whisper. "Emma." Her heart stopped. "Who is this?" she asked, her voice shaking. But the call disconnected. Emma felt cold. That voice, it sounded familiar. Very familiar. The next day, Emma went to the police station. She told them about the calls. The officer listened carefully, but didn't seem too concerned. "It's probably just someone playing a prank," he said. "Block the number." Emma nodded, but deep inside, she knew something was wrong. That night, she blocked the number. At 9:15 p.m., the phone didn't ring. Emma felt relieved, but her relief didn't last long. At 9:16 p.m., her house phone rang. She froze. She slowly walked toward it. No one had that number, not even her friends. With trembling hands, she picked up the receiver. "Hello?" Silence. Then again, the whisper. "Emma, I'm coming." The line went dead. Emma couldn't sleep that night. She kept thinking about the voice. Where had she heard it before? A thought struck her. Daniel. The voice sounded like Daniel. But that was impossible. Daniel had moved to another city after the divorce. They hadn't spoken in months. Still, something didn't feel right. The next morning, Emma decided to call Daniel. The phone rang several times before someone answered. But it wasn't Daniel. "Hello?" said a man's voice. "Hi, I'm looking for Daniel Carter," Emma said. There was a pause. "Who is this?" the man asked. I'm his ex-wife." Another silence. Then the man spoke slowly. "I'm sorry, but Daniel Carter passed away 2 weeks ago." Emma felt the world spin around her. "What?" she whispered. "It was a car accident," the man said. "He died instantly." Emma dropped the phone. Her hands were shaking. If Daniel was dead, then who was calling her? That night, Emma sat in her living room, staring at the clock. 9:14 p.m. Her heart was beating fast. 9:15 p.m. The house phone rang. Emma didn't want to answer, but something inside her forced her to pick it up. "Hello?" she said softly. This time the voice was clearer. "Emma, why did you leave me?" Tears filled her eyes. "Daniel?" she whispered. "Yes," the voice replied. This isn't possible. Emma said, stepping back. You promise, forever. The voice continued, ignoring her. Emma remembered those words. She had said them on their wedding day. Daniel, you cheated on me, she said, her voice breaking. There was a long silence. Then the voice changed. It became darker, colder. Did I? It said slowly. Emma felt fear like never before. What do you mean? She asked. You never trusted me, the voice said. You never listened. Emma's mind started racing. What are you talking about? She shouted. But the call ended. Emma couldn't take it anymore. The next day, she went back to her old house, the one she had shared with Daniel. It had been empty since the divorce. She still had a key. Cold. Silent. She walked inside slowly. Every corner reminded her of their past. The laughter, the arguments, the tears. Emma went to the bedroom. She opened the cupboard. Daniel's things were still there. She started searching. She didn't know what she was looking for. But then she found something. A small box. Inside it were letters, all addressed to Daniel, from the same woman whose message she had seen. Emma's hands shook as she opened one of the letters. But what she read shocked her. Dear Daniel, I don't understand why your wife thinks we are having an affair. We are just colleagues. Please talk to her and clear this misunderstanding. I don't want to be the reason your marriage breaks. Emma's eyes widened. She opened another letter, and another. All said the same thing. There was no affair. It was all a misunderstanding. Emma felt like she couldn't breathe. No, this can't be true, she whispered. Tears rolled down her face. Had she made a mistake? A terrible mistake? That night, Emma returned home, completely broken. At 9:15 p.m., the phone rang. She picked it up immediately. Daniel, I'm sorry, she cried. I didn't know. I thought. The voice interrupted her. It's too late, Emma. Please forgive me, she begged. I tried to tell you, the voice said, but you never listened. Emma fell to her knees. I loved you, she whispered. There was silence. Then very softly, the voice said, I loved you too. The line went dead. After that night, the calls stopped. Completely. No more whispers. No more fear. Only silence. Emma tried to move on, but the guilt stayed with her forever. She realized too late that her marriage hadn't been broken by betrayal. Twist ending. Months later, a police investigation revealed something shocking. Daniel's car accident was not an accident. The brakes had been tampered with, and the fingerprints found on the car matched Emma. Emma was arrested, but she had no memory of ever touching the car. The final truth remained unknown. Was it guilt that made her forget? Or was someone else still watching her from the shadows?